content is made for information and entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice, nor are we financial advisors, and we'll never tell you what to do with your life or money. Please do your own research before trading or in any type of investing. YFT Network does not work for nor in part of any existing business or privately owned organizations. If you would like to promote your business with our platform, please check our website at YFTNETWORK.com.
All right, shalom, shalom. What's going on? YFT, baby, let's get it. So this is for all. We're going to dive right into the altcoin market cap. You know, if you've been on the Patreon, shout out to the Patreons. If you want to get on our Patreon, it's patreon.com/YFT Network. Y'all hop on there, man. Show us some love. Show us some support. We appreciate y'all. Let's get into this video right now, man. So the altcoin market cap is pretty much a chart we've been really harkening on for quite some time now, especially over the last 2 months. Let's dig right into it, man. So let's go. So this is the weekly chart for the altcoin market cap. And I just want to dig into this and show you guys that we don't play around on our Patreon. So if you're not paying attention to the Patreon, you don't know what's going on. And shout out y'all for that sign up to the Patreon. But if you're paying attention, you know what's going on. This was January 3rd that we posted this. January 3rd, 2021. No one should be surprised what's going on right now. All right. So this is what we've seen. This is the weekly chart for the altcoin market cap. And we know we use Ethereum as the ` coin to help us guide us through the altcoins. So right now, this is the altcoin market cap. Well, this is not right now. This is, back probably a month. This is a month ago, January 3rd, like we said. But you can see we had this old messed up ass inverse head and shoulders right here. It's pretty much on an angle. And we pointed this out and we showed you guys, look, that we're at 261 billion right here. $261 billion right here. And pretty much it has played out exactly how we drew it up. So if you weren't in these altcoins, this is not financial advice. We're not financial advisors. We can't tell you what to do. Can't tell you when to buy or sell. All we do is show you what the hell we're doing. And if you're on board, you're on board. If you're not, hey, that's on you. You missed out. You know what I mean? They call us scammers, but we just shut the haters up and do what we do still. So here we go right here. You can see we had a messed up ass inverse head and shoulders, but you can see that we had a pretty good quadrant set up right here. So we had 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see here, we got smacked at resistance twice right here, 1 right here and 2 right here. You can see the shoulder right here, 1 shoulder, head, and a shoulder here. You can see us battling that resistance right over here. We actually did take it over and use it as support like we did over here. This is why we have it color coordinated right here. So we have this purple box right here, another purple box right over here. You can see we're grinding against support, and then we shot up, and then we went sideways for a bit, and then we shot up again. Well, if you're looking at this side of the quadrant, you can see that price is going to the right. So everything is going down from this point on. But this is basically a mirror image of what was going on over here. So if you're able to catch this, and this is, like we said, we posted this back in January, the beginning of January 3rd, 261 billion at this point. Right now, we're basically close to 500 billion. I think we did top out, close. We're around 484 billion. So we're pretty much exactly where we thought we would be around this time. You can see where February is at right here. And this green mark right here is basically February right here. So could we get a top out soon? Well, we always got to be patient and always got to see what's going on at resistance. So this is what we're going to go on. This is what we're going to analyze today and basically see what we can see coming up in the near future. So this is for those, that hate on us, that talk shit, that don't know, that think that we don't know what we're talking about. Well, here it is right here. This is one picture. Boom. This is the same picture. This is what's going on right now. The same exact thing. We drew it out for you guys. We give it to you guys how we see it. It's on you to make your own decisions. And right now, the altcoin market cap has been booming. All right, so let's just go into the altcoin market cap. This video, so everyone, we're just going to go into this and really break it down. We're going to look at Bitcoin dominance as well. So for the past few weeks, especially the last 3 weeks, you can see we had this zone pictured out, this zone drawn out. We had it around 325 billion to around 400 billion. Now it was pretty hard to really draw a zone in this small of a price frame, just because we barely had any action, any confluence going on back here. You can see this is the last all-time high going into 2018, where we topped out around 555 billion for the altcoins. You can see that we shot up, we came down, we retested back right at this point around that 400 billion mark, and then we got all the way down and retested that 325 mark again as resistance. So we don't have much to play with right here, but you can see off rip that we did have 3 weeks right here where we actually a week right here as well before we topped out in 2017. You can see we almost had a resistance right here. We basically opened up right here on our big red candle. We closed right here at that same mark. So we did have that around 400 billion. So we used that as a resistance. And we came down here and used this as support around 325 billion. And the reason why we use it for support is because once we fell through, this was January 2018. Once we broke down and retraced, this was a reverse bounce. You know what I mean? So we had a sell-off right here. We came back up and we sold right off. You know what I'm saying? So we use that as support. So this is how we got 325 billion for this resistance right here. For the support right here and the resistance right here. Once it went below, it now became resistance. So let's fast forward to today. Let's go here. You can see once we did come up in here, and we showed you guys that we saw this coming. Once we did come up here, we have been slow dragging a bit for quite some weeks. You know what I'm saying? The first week really brought us into it, to that zone, that over 325 billion. We stopped right at it. The following week, we had a bunch of volatility right here. But it pretty much brought us up and down. But you can see after that point, we had higher highs and higher lows after that point. Even from down here, you can see before we got to this zone right here, to this zone that you see right here, you can also see that we had higher lows from that point on ever since December 28th. From this week of December 28th, you can see we have a low here, higher low, another higher low, another higher low, another higher low, and now we're working on another higher low right here. So, we've been bullish for quite some time now. You know what I'm saying? There's not been a drastic pullback. And also we've been having higher highs. Now this wick right here, you can take it for what it is. I'm really not counting that right now, but as you can see, we pretty much had higher highs throughout this entire time right here as well. So things have been bullish. You know what I mean? We've been calling this out on our Patreon. If you've been paying attention to the Patreon, you should know. Anyone that's off guard or didn't know what was going on, you haven't been paying attention, but that's on you. But let's look at this micro. Let's look at this local channel right here. So I'm going to connect this from this COVID dip right here, and I'm going to go ahead and connect it to our next biggest, furthest away from over here. This is around November 20th. I'm going to go ahead and bring this channel to the top, right in the middle. That'll be right around here. This will be around August 2020. So we have March 9th, 2020. We brought the second point of the channel all the way to November 2nd, 2020. And we brought the middle. And when we drag this channel, we're going to go ahead and bring it to the middle, to the highest point, or to the furthest highest point, which would be anywhere to the left, which is highest. This would be high. This would be considered high over here as well. But we want to have all the candles put in there. So we're going to go ahead and use August 10th, 2020. So if you're in the Patreon, you can go ahead and screenshot these or save the picture. We do put these pictures up all the time. Now you can see right here off rip, we have a low here. We come up, we test this high right here. We come up, we come down, we come back to the top of the channel. Now, once we get back to the top of the channel, you can see what's been happening for the past 4 weeks, for the past month. We haven't really made a drastic move. You can see that we've been volatile this whole time. we've been just basically scraping on the edge of this channel. On the top of the channel, we've just been scraping the edge of it. You can see for the last 4 weeks, 3 weeks, boom, we just been going on the top right here, top right here, top right here, top right here. This past week, which will end tomorrow, is where we really had our breakout. And we really got away from the top of this channel, which is a good sign, because now we're away from this little confluence that we had back here in 2018. So it's good to see. I mean, for those on the Patreon, you guys know what we've been doing. And now we're in this zone where, all right, look, we're in this real small zone where price could do anything. We're either going to get rejected, and a lot of it has to do with Bitcoin as well. We want to watch Bitcoin and see what Bitcoin does. For y'all that's on the Patreon, you know that we have to see what Bitcoin does. But let me just go ahead and draw this real quick and see. Where we stand, because this thing could get sold off in a hot second. You don't want to get caught holding bags, especially if we get sold off. Now, does this thing run through like how Bitcoin ran through? That's what we all want to hope that it does, but we can't. We can't rely on hopes. Because this thing could come up, we could test 500, 555 like we did back here, and sell right off, and then come back to this support right here. Where we had this messed up inverse head and shoulders at. So this is another point right here where we want to have a buying opportunity if we do come back down here. But right now, you can see right here, this zone up top that I just drew, we're pretty much in that zone. And I feel like this week right here is going to close so beautiful that, we could have some more momentum that brings us right through the all-time high. Now, if we do go through the all-time high, you know what I'm saying, we have to watch out for this long-term resistance that we had. So if you look at this blue line right here, and I know it's pretty much messed up real quick. Let me just go ahead and draw this real quick. We have one hit right here. We have a hit right here that was last year or 2 years ago, or almost 2 years ago in June 2019. We had a hit right here. And pretty much, we had a lot of stuff going on back here. If you can see back here, way back in 2014, we did hold that same blue line that we're looking at right now. We did hold it as support. You can see right here, we came up. Oh, messed that up. We came up. We hit right here support. We did have a little wick down. We came back here. We bounced right off of it. Then we did actually break below that blue line support, that blue line log channel that's been since 2014. Then we came up and tested as resistance one last time. And since then, we have not revisited that same blue line since 2019. 2019 is the last time we've actually revisited it. So within this middle section right here, you can see that we've barely been inside of it. You can see right here, we came down, we went up just a little bit, came back down. But ever since then, the last bull run, we did go through it. We came back down. We came back 2019, hit resistance one more time. Then we dropped below. Now we're coming back up to it. So there's been a lot of times, there's been a long time where we haven't been in this middle zone right here if you're looking at it diagonally. So it's pretty good that we're coming back up into it, and we're showing some strength. Now, when we come back up around 660, around 700 billion, that would be I'm pretty sure that would be a heavy resistance. So we want to watch that. Even if we do break the all-time high, I'm looking for around 700 billion. Around $700 billion, or around $700 to $800 billion to be a good resistance. If we do get hit right here, I want to see a sell-off and come back down and retest the all-time high. But as far as Bitcoin and Ethereum's going, what's showing us is that we're blowing through resistances here. Now, that could be a setup. We have to think about the psychology behind this. Them showing us that Bitcoin blew through the all-time high. Ethereum is currently, past this all-time high. We don't want to automatically think, all right, the altcoins and everything else is going to go past their all-time highs. Now, even though there are some altcoins that are past their all-time high, we're talking about the altcoin market cap. Do they want to push the altcoin market cap past the all-time high, especially past this blue resistance that we see here? You know what I'm saying? This blue line that you see right in the middle of your screen, do they want to have, are we going to pass that? So we want to watch that around 700 billion. First, we have to pass the all-time high, which is around 555 billion. And then from there, I'm looking at this red ring right here at the top of this channel. At the top of the yellow channel that you see up here, that's pretty much around 1.8 trillion. Now, if we get there, we got to see what happens here first. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. Let's be honest, and let's see what happens there first. Let's go over here to the to the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance. Now, Bitcoin has been rising a bit. You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin has been rising a bit. But the dominance right now is still showing Bitcoin is looking weak. Now, if you see here for the past, for a few weeks now, since we got topped out, and if you've been on the Patreon, you know that we are already expecting this right here. We have this same picture drawn out since last year. We were expecting this to top out right exactly over here. This is pretty much easy to see. You can see we topped out right here, topped out right here. This is back in 2015. This is 2016 right here, going into 2017. This right here was the altcoin run that we had at the end of last summer, going into the end of the year. We had a little altcoin run that got us away from our bottoms. And then we came back up. Bitcoin ran to 42,000. Boom, we got hit a resistance right over here. Then we dropped down. So this is a short-term resistance that we've been looking at, 2-year short-term resistance that we've barely been keeping. For you guys that know, boom, you can see right here. Look. This line that you see right here, we kept it as support for a little bit here, came back up. April 2020, we went up and then we dropped down below it. We came up, retested it as resistance, came up, and now we've barely been in that little consolidation zone that we have right here. And then we fell right back out. So right now, Bitcoin, even if Bitcoin does gain strength or does gain strength in price, it's not looking so good for Bitcoin to be overtaking the market as far as dominance goes. We are at 61%. 62% is where I was looking at for real. At this 4-year support and resistance flip right here. You can see right here back in 2017, we had a huge bounce right here, or just a huge rejection right here. I apologize. We came back down, and you can see that same rejection right here became support one more time right over here in February 2020. We came back over here, had another support on that same line, November 30th, 2020. So that line right here has been real important. This is around a 62 dominance percentage. And now what we're looking for next is what's going to happen here in this major pattern support. So you can see this ascending line going up right here. We've been talking about this for a while too. You can see we came down, we went up, came down again. We use that same line as resistance right here. Now the reason why I have this drawn up like this is because we wanted to see where would we bounce off where this line, where this price right here got rejected at. And we can see that we bounced right here. That was support right here, and this was resistance right here. Then we came here and had another support bounce right here around August 31, 2020. We came back down. So if we come back down here again, you can see we'll fall right through. And the next point I'm looking at is around 54. And if we fall right through, altcoin market would be something just like this over here. And we'll just fall right through, and probably Bitcoin will go all the way down to around 40. We'll test that, and probably even down even further. So, that's what I have right now for the altcoin market cap. We want to watch the Bitcoin dominance. We want to see the altcoin market still pumping. Right here, let's go over here. So CoinPaprika, we're still over 1.166 trillion. That's good to see. Now, Bitcoin is holding that majority of that. Ethereum is getting close to 200 billion. We want to see that pop up some more. Tether still printing like a motherfucker. Cardano, 20 billion. Whoa, Cardano's at 63 cents. Whoa. Yeah, Cardano's doing this thing. Polkadot, 19. Litecoin. So a lot of the altcoins still doing this thing. Pretty much of a pullback just right now for most of the coins, but I don't see anything happening right now as far as a major sell-off. Let's get that tomorrow. Let's look at tomorrow. It's Super Bowl Sunday, so we can probably expect some distractions. Everybody that are trying to watch the game and stuff, while the smart people at home trying to flip this money. So we're gonna see what's going on. Could this thing pump up tomorrow? Possibly. We're gonna see, but this weekly candle is gonna stop tomorrow. So we want this weekly candle to stop strong. If we look at the monthly chart right here, the monthly chart is well within This range right here, you can see last month got us in there. January got us in there. Now February is just going to do its thing. Let's see if February can pump us up. But as far as the week goes, we want this week right here to close real nice. And that's going to end tomorrow. So we want to watch out for that. And that's all I have for right now. If you're not on the Patreon, please subscribe to the Patreon. We're giving that information every day, or we try to every day. We do take one day off just because of our Shabbat. We got to take our rest day. But anyone that wants to be tapped into the Patreon, real cheap. We got our gold special. Or we don't have the gold special anymore, but we have our gold tier for $5 a month. It's real cheap. We are starting up a giveaway again. Starting, I think, was it February, March, April? We're gonna start our giveaway again. Start giving out some ledgers. So just get into it. We do have a chat, so if you get into the Patreon, hit our Telegram up. We have our Telegram link into the Patreon, so go ahead and tap that. We're chatting all the time in there. We appreciate y'all for watching. All right, I'm gone. Peace.
Our content is made for information and entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice, nor are we financial advisors, and we'll never tell you what to do with your life or money. Please do your own research before trading or in any type of investing. YFT Network does not work for nor in part of any existing business or privately owned organizations. If you would like to promote your business with our platform, please check our website.